My name is Jo North. I am 54 years old and I have been a medical secretary for the last 24 years. I'd already worked with MBA Clinics with Patrina. She'd done some rosacea treatment. Consequently, I then followed the MBA Clinic and the Luminis company on Facebook and Instagram, and I saw that a new treatment was being put out there, a laser treatment for specifically vaginal related menopausal symptoms. So it caught my interest. A little bit of age related menopausal symptoms. Thankfully not troubled by hot flushes or some of the sort of more normal, common menopausal symptoms. However, some urinary problems, constantly feeling the need to do a wee, in particular up and down in the night several times, so sleep disturbance. A little bit of dryness on sexual intercourse, which again is just deemed to be a completely normal menopausal symptom. You've just got to go away and go on with it, really. Those were my two main problems, really. As I say, not interested in HRT because I didn't feel I had enough other proper full-on menopausal symptoms to start filling myself up with artificial hormones. I spoke briefly to my boss, who is an eminent gynaecologist of many years standing, and he did say to me, well, you've either got to slightly put up with it and manage the symptoms yourself, or we go down two routes. One would be you taking HRT with all its accompanying risks, etc. Or for the urinary side of things, we can give you what are called anticholinergic medications. However, they also have strong side effects. In particular, they can make you feel very dried up. Neither of which appealed to me at all. As I say, I had met Patrina in the past and she had a gynaecologist with her. They asked me about my symptoms, some few brief questions. I then had an examination and the procedure was explained in detail to me to make sure I was happy before we went ahead. Did I have any hesitation in trying the treatment? Not really, because as I say, I had experience of MBA Clinics and Patrina, and I knew I was in excellent hands. It was also stressed to me that it would be a gynaecologist doing the procedure, and I think off the back of that gave me the confidence that I was in exceptionally safe hands. And it was also explained to me in the consultation exactly what the procedure involved. I was shown the device. It was explained to me what exactly the gynaecologist would be doing every step of the procedure. So therefore, no, I had no hesitation in going ahead at all. The treatment is minimally invasive. Less invasive than having a smear taken, which all of us ladies, particularly by the time you hit the menopause, you've had done many, many times. Pain-free, a tiny bit of discomfort, but hardly rating on a scale of 1 to 10 at all. So very similar to a smear test. A speculum is used. It's very quick. It's just a matter of seconds. Speculum's removed, and you're fine to just hop up off the bed and go home. I've had 2 treatments so far, and I will have a third because I've been told that 3 is the optimal number of treatments to gain the maximum benefit from the procedure. Interval time between each treatment is suggested a month, which is pretty much what I've adhered to. A month, maybe 6 weeks between one of them, but a month to 6 weeks is suggested. Since I've had the treatment, yes, it's made a difference. Certainly from the urinary side of things, I felt it made a big difference almost immediately. Not getting up every night. I'm still up sometimes, but I'm certainly not up and down, and I'm not up and down every night. I can control better when the urgency strikes. I can control the timings of getting to the loo much better. Intercourse-wise, I don't suffer at all from any vaginal dryness at all. The tissues feel plumper, and there's obviously more collagen in the tissues. For me, the biggest impact really as well is that I'm not pumping myself full of HRT, which is artificial hormones, which then come with all sorts of other nasty side effects. So all round it has benefited me, certainly, and I would expect after the third treatment to maintain the levels of success that I feel I've had with the treatment so far. It was explained to me that results may not be immediate. You have to wait for the tissues to respond to the treatment, for the collagen to be stimulated. So I personally didn't find immediate relief from symptoms. It was more a gradual process. Certainly from the urinary side of things, that proved quite prompt. I would say within a week or two things had improved. From the vaginal health, I would say that took a little bit longer, and that is a more gradual, ongoing. You can continue seeing results for many, many weeks afterwards as the tissues plump up, the collagen is produced, the improvement in the tissues is an ongoing thing. Would I recommend this to a colleague? I certainly would, yes. I would recommend it to colleagues, I would recommend it to close girlfriends. Again, the glitch in this recommendation is the fact that sadly it's not spoken about. So we can often be sat with somebody who's suffering in silence and we just don't know it.